Shoot.
What's up, hoop heads? It's your boy Skinny Hardaway, and this is Retro Heat Check. Checking in one more time for the real hoop heads out there. You already know what it is. Doing a little bit of walking and talking around the yard. You already know what it is. Man, like I said, man, things are gonna be a little bit different on the channel. Trying to work on formulating some things, getting some things together, all that good stuff. But recovery, man, starting to, my neighbor's fence is now cleared. Slowly but surely things are starting to come back together, you know what I'm saying? Down trees have been slowly starting to be removed, and people's power and internet are, for the most part, I think just about everybody's power and internet and all that good stuff is back on. But looks like another hurricane is definitely on the way. So to all my hoop heads that may be in the path of the hurricane, I heard that it kind of lost some of its juice. So it went from a 5 to a 4. So that's still pretty strong. So, but I still ain't gonna stop me from sending prayers and blessings and all that good stuff to all of you who may be in the path. I hope that majority of you, I hope that you all had gotten out of there, but I know I got some homies, I got some family down there. When it comes to storms, they hunker down, they tough it out. So big shout outs and prayers up to all of you all. Yeah, just walking around the yard, trying to do some new things, man. Like I said, we're going to be switching up some stuff on the channel. It's just going to be right now. It's going to be grinding right now while I get everything situated that I need to get to make the channel better. I've just been in the lab, you know what I'm saying, but also been taking some breaks from stuff. Just real life has been showing up. Sometimes it happens like that, but you always persevere, you keep it moving, you know what I'm saying, you stay positive as best as you can. Sorry, I'm throwing some sticks into the fire pit that was around the yard, burning some wood, burning some little kindling, I guess you could say. Burning down these down trees and stuff like that, branches, big old branches and stuff. I've been doing that for the past week or so. But anyways, you already know what it is. Enough about me and my troubles. Let's get down to the subject at hand. You already know what it is, man. It's time for little Bronny to head on down to the G League. All right, we got the photo op, we got the incredible moment. All the fanboys can put this moment above in their filing cabinet as something else that Jordan has not done. Oh, Jordan never played with his son. Yeah, all that good stuff. Yeah, we get it. But now that that's over with, and all the confetti is over with, and all the flash bulbs is gone, and all that good stuff, man, it's time for that young man to go to the G League. If the Lakers are serious about winning, that is exactly what they'll do. Get somebody in there that can actually help the team, not help photo ops, and sell a little bit more tickets and jerseys. I just don't see it. I don't see it. We've been saying it. I said it before, and I'll say it again. He is not an NBA player. He is a G Leaguer. And before everybody gets all in their feelings, I understand, wanting to, being African American. No, I don't even say that. Black American, being Black American, and having some status and having a little bit of pull and some status in your field of expertise, people would be like, well, if I was in that position, I'd do the same. And I do know some people who are like that. who have elevated their children or whatever, and unfortunately they could not handle they could not handle the responsibilities. They just weren't good enough, and before it was too late, they had to had to get outside help to stabilize the business. You know what I'm saying? That type stuff. But I mean, that's pretty much where we're at right now with Bronny James. Uh, it, yeah, I don't see it. And just like I said previous, and just like I said previous in the videos way months ago, when I said that as soon as he gets into the league, man, they're gonna swim around him like piranhas. This is the preseason. The season ain't even really kicked off yet, and I'm already saying it's time for that young man to go to the G League. The season is coming up, tip off, and he's just not ready. And as soon as he steps onto the court, the vultures, the vultures are going to be flying over his head, man. Because I'm telling you, man, the sharks are going to be swimming. They smell the blood in the water. They know that this young man is not ready, and they're going to make an example of him. They are definitely going to make an example of Bronny James in this league. And before his confidence is broken, before his psyche is cracked, before he faces the onslaught of today's 24/7 sports media and news outlets and all that good stuff, before all that commences, get him to the G League. Get him to the G League and keep him there. Keep him there for this season. Just keep him there for this season. You got your photo op. He got his money. Although we know he definitely didn't earn it, and it's definitely not justified outside of, well, it's LeBron's son. If that's your only justification, yeah, you definitely didn't earn it. You definitely did not earn your spot. And yeah, it's time for the Lakers, to get serious. You already know JJ Redick. You already know how I feel about him. And I just feel that this season is already looking like it's going to be a failure. It's going to be a failure. This is what happens. You're going to see this season, what happens when, one gets his own way. Well, you're going to see another example, because this has happened several times, but this is going to be the nail in the coffin. I really definitely think that this will be the nail in the coffin for LeBron's tenure as an NBA quote-unquote great. I think it will put the nail in the coffin for his GOAT discussion, in my opinion, because once again, you will have everything that you wanted and you will fail. And that's crazy. That's crazy. You have everything that you want and you still can't succeed. That's like the definition of a choke artist. I just really feel like LeBron James, all of his experiments, and including this one with his son and JJ Redick, I definitely really believe that this is going to be his absolute greatest failure. And you're going to be like, oh, you're just being a hater. It's not even about hate. It's not even about that. Hey, fathers and sons, that's a beautiful thing. If you have a friend that has a talent and you can give that friend an opportunity to maximize his talent, cool. But JJ Redick is not an NBA coach. He's not even a good NBA mind. He's just a cocky dude that can hit threes. He is a modern day plumber. He is a modern day plumber with a platform. That is all that he has been his whole career. A modern day plumber. And then you're like, well, he averaged 14. Man, listen. With the influx and inflation of scoring, you put JJ Redick in the early 2000s, 80s, 90s. He will probably be like, put him in the 2000s, he'll probably average about 8 points a game. Max. 90s, I don't even see, he doesn't even make a roster in the 90s. Like we can just stop right there. 2000 is really the only era where JJ Redick would fit in as far as like getting any kind of minutes, any kind of minutes in the NBA, any kind of minutes. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. But yeah, this is a failure. I mean, Bronny, and starting with Bronny James, I definitely feel that, because I think JJ Redick is going to be the biggest failure. JJ Redick is going to be the biggest failure. But Bronny will be 1A or 1B, because, this whole experiment, this whole ego trip that LeBron James has been on with this whole move. I mean, it's so comical, because it's just like you're basically showing to the whole world that your son is a ball player in name only, literally in name only, because he just does not have it. He does not have it, and we're not even into the season yet. This is just preseason, and you can already tell that he is out of his element. You can already tell that he is just not. It's not it, man. He's not it, and I would hate to see, like I said, I would hate to see this young man's psyche damaged. I would hate to see his confidence shattered. I would hate to see, just him succumb to the pressures. That being LeBron James' son is brings and will bring. And for the simple fact of the matter, the Piranhas, the Sharks, the Vultures, the Hawks, everybody, the Hawks, the Pistons, the Bulls, everybody and their mama, they gonna be gunning for this young man. They gonna try to make an example out of him. And before that happens, for the sake of the Lakers, for the sake of LeBron James, and definitely for the sake of Bronny James, get him to the G League. Stat. Immediately. Get him to the G League. Get him developed. If you're going to make this investment, do it the right way. Let's not make this a photo op. Don't insult the fans' intelligence by trotting out a young man who does not have the game, the ability at this moment to thrive in this league. I'm sorry. You just threw a baby into the ocean. You just threw a 6 week baby, a 6-week-old baby into the ocean and telling him to swim. This is exactly what this whole experiment looks like. And it's terrible. It's a terrible look. It's a terrible look at the end of the day, because although on one side it's very heartwarming and you can get the ahs and the oohs and you get everybody to stand up and cheer and take photos and say, hey man, they've been on the same. But if you're really about wins and losses, if you're a diehard Laker fan and you believe that the Lakers can go all the way and all that good stuff, if you're really serious about that, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Right? I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. But yeah, before this experiment gets too out of control, send this young man to the G League. Just send him to the G League. He has his money. Now get to the developing. That's all. That's the only thing that's left. Get to developing this young man. All right, before it becomes too late, and this kid is ruined before the world. And with that name across his back, James Jr., you definitely don't want to see that. I don't want to see that for two reasons. I don't want to see the young man get cracked I don't want to see this young man crack under pressure, but I definitely don't want to see this clown show on TV. It's a shame enough that the NBA will be playing Laker games any chance that they get, every chance that they can get. It's already bad enough that we're going to be seeing JJ Redick with that goofy look on his face whenever he whenever he starts losing, he has that confused look on his face where he starts squinting and pouting his lips. It's weird. But yeah, we gotta save basketball sanity by sending this young man to the G League. He definitely has to go. Bronny, it's to the point now where, it's just to the point now where people are just pointing out your games, pointing out everything that you're doing, and eventually this will become somewhat of an avalanche of negativity, and you don't want to do that to a young guy. Definitely don't want to do that to a young player, especially with all the scrutiny that he's already been under. So that's my thoughts on it. You already know what it is, man. Oh man, it's Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. If those of you are partaking, me included, can't wait to get some tacos in a little while. Hey man, like I always say, man, love on them babies, love on your loved ones. Tomorrow is definitely not promised. Once again, for those who are in the heart of the storm that's coming, prayers out to you all. Hope you guys make it out of there. If you guys are trying to get out of there, hope you guys make it out of there. For those who are hunkering down, hey, I pray that the Lord protects you all throughout this storm. So hope that you guys can help out. If you guys can donate to the people down in the Carolinas and stuff who've already been devastated, go ahead and do that. At my job, we've been gathering like water and food and baby supplies and things like that. So if you guys can donate, man, that'd be great. It's always about helping out. I always say that in the show, and the episodes and stuff. I always tell you guys, if you can be a helping hand, be one. So there it is right there. Man, hope you guys have a great evening. Be productive, be positive, don't do nothing stupid, be respectful, be a blessing, not a burden. And just be as kind as you can. Try to, in this crazy, crazy world. It's your boy, Skinny Hardaway. And this is another episode of Retro Heat Check in the books. And I'll leave you with these words. Peace. And wear your sneakers.